Okay, so Scott Newman here again. Now we're going to talk about aim. Aim is very important in golf. Golf is a game of aiming. Most people come to the range or they go out to the course and they have no idea where they're aimed. You want to practice aiming. Golf is a game of accuracy. Not only how far you're hitting the ball, but also what direction. We don't always hit everything straight. If you remember from the one video, when I swing, I want the club to come in a little bit either perfect, a little closed, or a little open. So I want to miss the ball a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, or perfectly straight if I get lucky. So let's talk about aim for a second. There's a thing called parallel left. Your body will always be aimed parallel left for a straight shot, okay? So let me just try to explain that really quick. When I set the club down, I want the club face to be square, which is pointed towards the target. So I'm pretty sure you can see the yellow flag. This blue line is my target line, and the club is pointed, the face is pointed at the yellow flag. I'm trying to hit a straight shot right now. So when I set my body up, my body is going to be parallel to that, okay? So my feet, my hips, my shoulders, everything in my body is going to be pointed to the left, just a little bit of the target. I don't want to aim my body at the target like this, because now when I set the club down, the club is pointed way off to the right. So that gets me into bad habits. That's why most people slice. And a slice is a shot that starts out to the right and then way curves to, starts out straight and then way curves to the right. It's just because they're aiming their body wrong. You want to get used to aiming your club first and then set your body up around the club. So my feet and my hips and my shoulders are now aimed to the left of where I want the ball to go. But that's because I want the club to be aimed where I want the ball to go. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, email me and I will email you back, pganewman@yahoo.com. But a lot of people just aim their body at the target. Then they set everything down. So if you can see by these sticks how everything would get skewed. If I'm doing it this way, then when I swing, I'm going to be swinging way across my body this way. I'm not swinging along the target line anymore. So I'm going to create all kinds of bad habits and bad problems. So when I practice, I usually take a club or a stick, and I set it down just a little bit to the left of where I want the ball to go. That way, when I'm hitting balls, I can hit balls all in this area, and I don't have to move anything. I can just leave this one thing down, right? Okay, so I'll move that. This is the way I practice. A lot of people, good players, practice this way. So now, all I have to do is keep my feet, everything parallel to that line, and I know the club is pretty much pointed there. So now I know what straight is. So now if I know that I'm hitting the ball to the right, then I'm probably coming through with the face to open. It's pointed to the right. If I'm pulling everything, usually it's because the face is closed. It could also be because you're not using your lower body as much. But for the most part, if I wanted to hit a ball straight, my club has to be pointed at the target. My body is pointed parallel left. It's left of the target. That way when I swing, let's see if I can hit one towards the yellow flag, then I know everything is aimed good. And that pretty much went right at the yellow flag. Landed right over the top of it. So the thing that you want to really practice is aim. Just aim something at the target, and then aim something where your feet are going to be parallel to it. Don't get caught up in this trap of aiming your feet at the target and then your body at the target, because then your face is going to be aimed way to the right, okay? And then you're going to start missing shots to the right. You have no idea how many private lessons I've given where the person said, I'm pushing the ball. Oh my God, I'm missing everything to the right. And all I did was fix their aim. It's amazing to me. So really, aim is super important. You've got to realize that your body is faced to the left. It's pointed towards the left of the target. You're standing a good, sometimes with a driver it's 3 feet, sometimes with an iron, you know, you're like 2 feet away from the ball. So you're going to be pointed 2, 3, 4 feet to the left. It's a really important concept to get. If you didn't get that one, please watch this again, okay? Because it's really important. Okay, so that is aim. One other thing is, the farther away you get with like a driver, if you're trying to hit it a long ways, that's when it kind of gets tricky. That's when you've really got to pay attention to your aim. So if you're aiming at something 200 or 300 yards down the fairway, it's going to look a lot different. That's usually when things start going bad. The shorter you are to the hole, the easier it is. The farther away you are, the harder it is. So you always want to practice aim, okay? Okay, thanks. We'll be right back.